Wow, it has been a long time since I uploaded a video on this channel. Alright, so what is up YouTube? It is Jugg here, and today I have a sneaker video for you guys. Now I'm going to be doing quite a few of these sneaker videos to fill the gap between the dry periods of Fortnite and COD and all that stuff. Don't worry, those videos will probably not be going anywhere, but right now it's super dry, and obviously, as you guys know, I enjoy the sneaker community. I love the Hypebeast content, and for me it's something that I've always wanted to do and I've always been passionate about, so it is going to be on my channel. So if you guys are subscribed solely for Fortnite and COD, don't you guys worry, it will be here, but these videos will also be here. Doesn't mean you need to unsubscribe, it just means you don't have to watch these videos if you don't want to. But apart from that, I'm just going to get ourselves into this video. Now this video is actually going to be 5 really iconic sneakers that I felt I needed to make a list on. That's literally the only reason why I'm making this video. I just thought people need to know some iconic sneakers, and I want to see if you guys agree with me with this list. So if you do, drop a thumbs up right now, and maybe even drop a comment. If you want to let me know your list, I'm more than happy to read through, because there could be some sneakers that I've missed. This is just my personal list, but I feel it is a really strong list. So without further ado guys, let's get into the number 5 spot. So for number 5, we have the Yeezy Boost 350/350 V2. Now the reason these are at number 5, because I know these are a ridiculously iconic sneaker, and you could ask anyone from the age of like 8 years old all the way up to like 40 plus, and most of these people would have heard of a Yeezy. Now, the reason these are at number 5 is because of the fact that the hype is no longer there. The sneaker is a dead sneaker, and that's not me being harsh at all. It's me being truthful. The sneaker isn't there anymore. We'll talk about a reason why it's not there later on in the video, but right now it's just a dead sneaker. And to be honest, it has been really overdone. There's way too many Yeezys in the market now. You can literally find a Yeezy at a store just sitting, and I'm genuinely being serious. Here is a Reddit post that I found earlier on. As you can see, the butters are literally sitting in a JD in Berlin, which to me is insane because they actually were quite a hyped colorway. So I'm quite confused, but yeah, you know, I'm not gonna lie, the Yeezys have come back a little bit recently with the static reflective V2. That does have quite a high resale price. It is a nice sneaker, but is it nice enough? I don't think so. It's an iconic sneaker, but I don't think it's going to revive the Yeezy hype. So that is why they are at number 5. So coming in at the number 4 spot, we have the Nike Air Mags. Now if you guys have no idea what Nike Air Mags are, you are pretty much living under a rock. Or if for some reason you aren't living under a rock, then it just means you haven't seen the Back to the Future films. And if you haven't, I urge you to watch them. They're an absolutely brilliant 80s film. Is it in the 80s? Future come out. Yeah, 80s. Okay, so yeah, it is an 80s film. So these shoes were pretty much the start of sneaker culture for a lot of people. So when that film came out, a lot of people saw Marty McFly wearing these high top, self-lacing, high-tech sneakers, and loads of people just instantly thought, wow, I wish I had some fire sneakers like that in my life. Around that time, there weren't many cool shoes, not gonna lie. So for people to, you know, get into sneakers, they needed something cool. So the Air Mags were the first cool sneakers that actually did come out. However, it did take a very long time, 30 years in fact, for them to actually be a real life shoe. And what I mean by that is in 2011, the shoes first came out on eBay. Now, they were auctioned off on eBay. There were 1,500 pairs, and out of the millions of sneakerheads that got them, people were paying thousands to get these Air Mags. Now, they all sold out and they were selling for quite a lot of money. And then I guess Nike thought, you know what, people are buying these for a lot. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually start getting some charity out of this. So in 2016, in October to be in fact, they released another 89 pairs. However, you had to pay $10 to enter a raffle, and 89 people won. Now these shoes are so iconic because they're pretty much as expensive as a car. You're looking at paying $15,000 to $30,000 for one pair of these Air Mags now. So again, they're pretty much the most expensive shoe, which is why they are at the number 4 spot. And you know, I just feel like they are so rare that it's kind of unfair, which is why they're up here at number 4 and not at number 1. But they are a really nice shoe, and for that reason, that is why they are at number 4. They are super iconic. Coming in at number 3, we have the 10. So if you guys don't know what a 10 is, you are again living under a rock. These, I couldn't generalize to one shoe, so I had to just list all 10 pairs of the Nike Off-White collab. Now, the reason that these are so iconic is because they were the first ever shoe to throw Yeezy off the throne. Not to mention they all look amazing. Most of them, for example, the Prestos, even the Jordans look better than the original shoe, but these were the first ones to grab Kanye and just flip him off. His Yeezy brand just went straight down after Virgil came in with the Off-White Nike collab. They've kept their resale, even though quite a lot of them have released now. There is quite a lot of Off-White Nike in circulation. The resale is still pretty incredible. You're looking at paying at least $500 for most pairs of the shoes. The Jordans, you're looking at almost $2,000. You know, these shoes have kept their resale. Unlike Yeezy, Yeezy's just been going down and down and down. And for that reason, this is why I feel like these shoes are now more iconic than the Yeezy Boosts ever will be, because they threw Yeezy off the throne. Coming in at number 2, we have the Nike Air Yeezy 2 Red Octobers. Now, they came in a set of 3. There were also the Platinums and there was the Solars. However, they released before the Red Octobers did. The Red Octobers released a little bit later in the year, and these were the most hyped colorway. For some reason, I don't know why, I'm not a big fan of them. I do have all red shoes, but I don't know, for some reason, I just don't really like the way the Air Yeezy 2s look, but they are iconic because of how expensive these shoes are. Now, you're looking at paying $8,000 or £6,000 for a pair of these Red Octobers, which is absolutely incredible when you think of it. These are a 6-year-old shoe. They're quite old, and people are still paying up to $8,000 for a single pair of them. I think it's absolutely insane, and you know, they are really respected, which sounds weird because they're sneakers, but if you have a pair of Red Octobers in your collection, you are instantly way more respected in the sneaker community because they are just such a rare shoe. So that's why they're at number 2, because they are super, super iconic. And now we're going to move on to the number 1 spot. So coming in at the number 1 spot, we have the Nike Air Jordan 1. Now, this is the classic shoe. This is literally the shoe. Now, if you don't know what I mean, this shoe has been out for 33 years this year. 33 years, and the shoe is still selling like absolute madness. It's still being produced. Everyone still loves it. It's not been changed. Many people have collabed with Jordan brand with this shoe. It's just an iconic shoe. When you think of sneakers, when you think of sneakerheads, the first shoe that comes into most people's brains are a Yeezy or a Jordan 1. And for me, Jordan 1 being a 33-year-old shoe has to be at the top of the list over Yeezy 1,000,000%, because it's just so iconic. The resale is still there. You're looking at paying up to $1,500 for a pair of Jordan 1s, which is crazy because they're 33 years old. You know, you have ones that have been released this year, so technically they're not 33, but you get what I mean by the fact that people are paying up to $1,500 for a pair of shoes that's been out for 33 years. You know, you'd think people would get bored of them, but no, these shoes are just straight fire all the time, and that is why I feel like they're the most iconic shoe ever to grace the sneaker community. If you do agree with me, let me know, man, because I'd love to know. But apart from that, I feel like that is the end of the video. I wanted to keep this one pretty short. I didn't want to, you know, waste your guys' time too much because, you know, I know that I'm not really a massive sneaker YouTuber, but I'd love to get into it. So if you could leave some feedback in the comment section down below, that would mean the absolute world to me. I've made sure, I don't know if I'm giving the camera a straight death stare, but I've made sure to constantly keep some eye contact because I always get told you need to look at the camera more. So if I've been giving you guys a death stare, let me know, but hopefully I haven't. And I think that is just going to be the end of the video here. So thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys soon for another sneaker video.